It's always good when you can win, but we didn't play very well, to be very honest with you. But you got to celebrate wins. It's hard to win in college football.
Well, ain't that the truth? It's not always going to be pretty, right? Not always going to be this aesthetic masterpiece. And yesterday, it was not that for the Road Runners. Not perfect, but it worked out. On a day that saw a new era under center get underway with Owen McCown at quarterback, season getting underway against Kennesaw State, making their FBS debuts as well. But as for the redshirt sophomore, we knew the last time we saw him, the Frisco Bowl last year, lit things up, didn't skip a beat yesterday in the opening 3-minute drive. Devin McEwen on the receiving end, 7-0 in favor of UTSA. And then he's going to channel his Frank Harris here. I mean, Frank's got him beating the speed and again, aesthetics department, but it reads 6 points and a 14-3 UTSA lead in the first. More from the lucky lefty. No luck needed that time. McEwen one more time, 21-3 in favor of your Road Runners. Josh, father, pumped. But the offense would hit a bit of a snag, and Kennesaw State would get right back into this. That's Carson Kent behind a sleeping UTSA defense. 21-16. The edge with 9 minutes left, but let's go back to the OG. Oscar Cardenas at tight end, hauling it in. The last of 4 touchdowns from McCown, and ultimately the difference in a 28-16 victory. One again, not a masterpiece whatsoever, but all counts the same.
I think overall we got the win, and that's most important. But obviously that second half was not where we wanted it to be. So that's we know we're better than that, and we'll fix it. So, but just overall we're satisfied we got the win.
We all know that we're better than that. We're better than what we put on show today. It really just comes down to a lot of pre-snap and post-snap issues and penalties and things like that. So we go into next week and we clean those up, and we should be fine.
It wasn't pink form for sure. We got a lot to improve on.
That they do. Of course, Texas State next week at their place. Texas State winning yesterday. By the way, UIW also home against Northern Colorado, taking on a Bears team that hasn't won since November of 22, and the Cards weren't going to let them change that. To Kalen Taylor dancing his way for 6, opening things on a high for the Word. 7 a pop in the second quarter. Zach Calzada going to kiss the sky here. And when it ultimately comes down, Jalen Waltall's doing the little tiptoe dance himself. We'll slow it down for you one more time, because if you get that effort, we got to show you love. And the Cardinals had plenty of that yesterday. UIW 28-7 winners to start the season on a high. High school football wrapping up their week as well. Reagan, Brennan, Ferris Stadium in a first half that was dominated by the Rattlers. Big reason why? Well, I'll tell you. Jack Bingham under center, Landon Johnston receiving end. Pair of seniors got the fellas in green out to a 24-3 lead. It was not Brennan's night whatsoever, because even when they were stopping the Rattlers, they just couldn't hold on to the football. And Reagan took advantage, as did Chase Martin here. Put his name in the box score with the touchdown recovery. They thought there might have been a flag on the play. There wasn't. Put 6 on the board for Reagan and 31-9 victory. Stevens Churchill from Comalander Stadium in a game that was, well, very much decisive on the Churchill side as well. Closing moments of the first half, already with a 28-0 lead in their pockets. They're just going to pile onto the advantage from here. Kolobi Ron, when he gets out of the scrum, he's gone. But we got to show love to the blockers. Look how many black jerseys are down there working, grinding. Not going to get the accolade in the box score, but you know what? It all counts the same. All Chargers yesterday, a convincing 42-7 win. A couple more finals for you. MacArthur taking care of business against Lee in their opener. Jay with a victory, 53-21 over Holmes. And that putting a bow on week 1 of the high school football season. Of course, guys, this time next week, we'll be talking about NFL.
Everybody's looking forward to that, Casey. All right, thank you. Well, this morning, the American Academy of Pediatrics are stressing the importance of getting vaccinated for the flu, especially in children. Experts recommend everyone 6 months and older should get the flu vaccine every year, ideally before the end of October, when the season usually begins. Recent data shows that vaccinations are down, with just 54% of children vaccinated in 2023. And also last year, 193 children died, the highest death toll in several seasons.
Historically, what we know is that most kids who die from the flu are unvaccinated or undervaccinated. Being vaccinated against the flu can prevent the most severe complications.
And experts say children 6 months to 8 months years old who are getting the flu shot for the first time will need 2 doses at least 4 weeks apart. And at 7:26 a.m. on your Sunday, still ahead for us, new developments overnight from Gaza. The latest update on the efforts to recover hostages. Testing, excuse me, testing 1, 2, 3.
And check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was talking, I don't know. Check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you.
Welcome back to KENS 5 Sunday morning. I'm Vanessa Croy. We turn now to the war overseas. Israel has recovered the bodies of 6 hostages in Gaza. The Israeli military saying they were killed just before the arrival of an Israeli rescue mission. Bradley Blackburn reports.
The Israeli military says the bodies of 6 hostages, Ori Danino, Alex Lobanov, Almug Sarusi, Carmel Gat, Edin Yerushalmi, and Hirsch Goldberg Poland were recovered from an underground tunnel in Rafah by Israeli troops who were searching for them on a rescue mission. Israeli military spokesman Daniel Hagari said, according to the initial estimation, they were brutally murdered by Hamas terrorists shortly before we reached them. The military says the bodies were found about a kilometer away from a tunnel where another hostage was rescued alive last week. 23-year-old Goldberg Poland was Israeli-American, captured at a music festival on October 7th. His parents spoke to the Democratic National Convention last month, still holding out hope for his rescue.
Needing our only son and all of the cherished hostages home is not a political issue.
It's time this war ended. We should end this war.
President Biden spoke to reporters Saturday before the victims were identified. In a statement overnight, he said, "I am devastated and outraged." The discovery comes as delicate ceasefire negotiations continue in the conflict between Israel and Hamas. Overnight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said in a statement, whoever murders hostages doesn't want a deal. On Saturday, before the news of the deaths, there were protests against Netanyahu in Tel Aviv, calling for him to be replaced and for remaining hostages to return home. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.